Hey everybody, how you doing? It's Bruce here with Traveling with Bruce. Welcome to the show for Wednesday, May the 29th, 2019. Welcome one, welcome all. Nice to have you here today. Just finished putting up a video a few minutes ago. I don't know if you've seen it or not. But I've been working on it all morning, and I thought, you know what, that's going to be the topic of the day today. I'm going to put you guys to work. Just because I'm doing a show doesn't mean you guys get to sit back and relax and just enjoy it. You got to help me out here. I need your help today. So here's the story. The dealio is that the video was basically about how cruise passengers, more and more cruise passengers, are not getting off cruise ships. They're staying on cruise ships they're staying on cruise ships to avoid going on shore. And what I want to find out from you guys is, hang on a second, just 1 second. Something just clicked here. There we go. Sorry. All right. What I want to find out from you guys is one. Have you ever done that? Have you ever been into a port of call and you've decided not to go off the ship at all? And what was the reason? Was it weather? Was it a bad experience? Had you been before and this is the second time or the third time or the fourth time, and it just didn't have the thrill anymore? It just didn't appeal to you anymore? What was the reason you decided not to? Why did you not go off the ship at all? Also, tell me ports of call you wish you hadn't gotten off on, that you did get off, but you shouldn't have done it, and you regretted it either immediately or as the day went on, where you had just a lousy experience on shore. Tell me the ports of call. Tell me the cruise line. Let me know if it was an excursion. Did you get a refund on it? Did you try to get a refund on it? Was it just a disaster all the way? I'm really curious to know these kinds of questions. So that's the mission at hand for you guys today. Apart from, of course, saying hi to me, tell me where you're watching me from, especially you newbies out there. Let me know where you're watching me from. Welcome to my channel if you haven't been here before. We love talking about cruise ships, cruise ship vacations, excursions, the cruise lines, what's going on in the news, what's happening out there, all this good stuff. And I love sharing thoughts with you guys and getting your opinions and your ideas. Whether they're happy stories, sad stories, positive, negative, we share everything here. I am not paid by any cruise line to be here for you. I'm not a shill for a cruise company. I'm not a travel agent. I'm just a guy that loves to go cruising, loves to travel, and loves to talk about cruising and comparing notes. And well, fire away, guys. Tell me what you think. If you're new to cruising, you've come to the right channel, because this channel right here is the perfect place where you're going to learn all about going on a cruise. You're going to learn all about what you should be packing, what you shouldn't bother packing, what you can do at various ports of call, what the various cruise lines policies are, the various ships. We talk about all the ships. We go over stuff like, well, what ship should you go on for your first ever cruise? Well, that depends how old you are and what your circumstances are. Do you have kids? How active are you? All this kind of stuff. Best time of the year to go on a cruise, or a best cruise line to take to the Caribbean, or the best cruise line to go to Europe with, or what have you. Money saving tips, all that sort of stuff. We talk cruise ship vacay right here. If you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you thinking? Please subscribe to this channel. There's a button over here. There's a button over here. There's one of these two buttons has a bell beside, little bell notification icon. That little bell notification icon is probably the most important thing you're going to press on, because if you nail that thing, it will ask you, would you like to get an alert from YouTube every time Bruce makes up a new video like he did 35 minutes ago? You're going to say yes. And that way, whenever anything's going on, breaking news, I usually make a video about it right in between live shows, and you're on top of what's going on in the cruise world. Please subscribe today. Hit that bell notification icon. Throw me a thumbs up if you like this show, if you like my format, and welcome aboard TWB, the TWB family. Here we go. TWB, Traveling with Bruce. Also, come on over to the Facebook group page for Traveling with Bruce. Just go to Facebook, enter in the search bar, Traveling with Bruce. Traveling is spelled with 2 L's, by the way. head on over, ask to join the group. I'll let you in. I administer the site. And join over 720 people already that have become members of the TWB family on Facebook, on the Facebook group page. Please become a member and hang out with us. There are a lot of us, there's a lot of folks posting photos and videos in between these live shows all the time. People who go on vacations and they tell us all about what's going on. This is an opportunity for you to ask my fellow viewers, well, what was that ship like? Did you like that ship? What would you recommend I do at this point? A lot of people are talking back and forth to each other, engaging with each other on my Facebook group page. So I would highly recommend you become a member of that ASAP so that you too can be in on the TWB family. Okay, welcome one, welcome all. 23,684 subscribers, now part of the TWB family. At Christmas, we had 8,000. Yeah, December 25th, we had 8,000 subscribers. Here we are, May 29th, 23,000, almost 700. Holy macaroni. We are on the way. The channel is growing beautifully. Thank you, viewers from around the world. People are watching me from everywhere, Europe, the United Kingdom, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Caribbean, everywhere. Welcome one, welcome all. All right, so the show today, the video that I did today was about cruise ports where more and more and more and more travelers are not getting off the ships. Why is that? What's going on? What's the deal here? Is this a problem? Is this going to become a problem for the cruise lines operating cruises? Especially, I'm noticing in Caribbean ports. This is becoming more and more of an issue. In Caribbean ports, more passengers are beginning to stay on the ships and not bothering to get off the ship. Why would that be happening? What's the deal here? It's not a simple answer. It's not like a straightforward, oh, I know the answer to this question. Normally, you'd think it would be, but it isn't. It's complicated because we're dealing here with a chess game with a bunch of moving pieces, and it's almost in the 3D level here. It's kind of like Star Trek, or the Star Wars, let the Wookiee win, one of those games. So here's from my take on it, as I can see it. There's a number of things going on simultaneously here. Number one, the Love Boat's gone. You remember the Love Boat? You remember when your parents used to watch the Love Boat on television, or you used to watch the Love Boat on TV when you were young? Because this was from the 70s and the 80s. The show The Love Boat, you saw these aerial photographs of this ship from above and side shots and what have you. And ships like that don't exist much anymore. Very few of them. There are ships like that around. Let's say there's some still in existence, but 99% of cruise ship passengers today would not even think of going on a ship like that anymore because it just isn't going to work for them. And I'm talking about cruise passengers from like 30 years of age and older, 35, even 40. Yeah, those we older folks. I'm 63, going to be 64 this year. Yeah, I remember ships like the Love Boat. I was on an ocean liner in 1962, 1959. Twice I was on an ocean liner, and the Love Boat wasn't even invented yet. The ship I was on was nowhere near as glamorous as the Love Boat was, but I was on an ocean liner. It was very nice. But cruise ships today, oh my gosh, the cruise liners that are coming off the assembly line at these cruise shipyards, the ships that are hitting the water now, my God, there is no similarity between a Love Boat and what's coming off now. There is no similarity whatsoever. It's unbelievable. The technology that's on board the new cruise ships, the amenities, all the features, what you can do on a ship now that you couldn't do 40 years ago. Unreal. Unthinkable features. Even 20 years, in the last 20 years, unthinkable features have been added to cruise ships. In the next 5 to 10 years, more unbelievable amenities are going to be hitting these cruise ships. And who's going to pay the price? Someone wins, someone loses. Cruise lines win. With cruise lines having cruise ships that are even more interesting and more exciting and more varied, you're giving passengers so many things to go and see and do on a cruise. A one-week cruise, you can't do everything on a cruise ship anymore. There was a time where on the Love Boat days, You played bingo. You hit the casino on a sea day. You ate your dinners in the evening in the main dining room because that was it. That's where you had your lunch as well. You had your midnight buffet once in a while. You did some skeet shooting. You shot golf balls into the water from the back of the ship. You don't do that anymore. You can't do that anymore. Then they invented the golf net. They had the golf net on board a cruise ship, so you could hit a golf ball into a golf net. Oh my gosh! Then they brought in those 1990. You remember those 1990 golf features where you hit the ball onto a tarp, and there was a projected screen, and the computer would project the ball. Those are gone. They came and they went. You can't even do that anymore on a cruise ship, but you can bowl. Certain cruise lines will let you bowl now. Some cruise lines have billiard tables with those self-leveling tables, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, the amenities have shifted and changed dramatically. And passengers today who are on a 3-day cruise, a 4-day cruise, a 5-day cruise, and now 7-day cruises, they're on ships that have so many amenities and features on board, they don't even think about going off on the ship. They don't get off. They're not getting off. They're not even thinking about getting off the ship. They don't want to get off the ship. The only place they'll get off the ship now that is almost I wouldn't say it's a guarantee, but it's a pretty good guess, private islands. They'll get off on a private island. Why will they get off the ship at a private island where all you have are loungers on the beach? You've got swimming pool over there. You got maybe you got some water park features. If you're at Coco Key, Perfect Day Coco Key, you got all the reasons in the world why you'd get off the cruise ship. Because number one, you're in an enclosed, secured area, and there will be no panhandlers anywhere. There'll be no one begging for you for nickels and dimes and quarters or a $5 bill. There'll be no one trying to sell you anything that is legal or illegal. There'll be probably no one, like 99.99% sure, you're not going to get robbed on these islands because you don't need to take cash on these private islands. You don't have to wear your Rolex on the private island. You don't have to show off your jewelry on the no, you're going on the private island. And if you're with, depending on the cruise line you're with, depending on the private island you're going to, you've either got a wristband with your little chip on here for your room and to charge stuff to your room, or you get your room key and you don't need cash. Everything you need, you can just charge to your ship account. Thank you very much. And when on the island, you'll walk around and you'll want maybe a high hamburger and some fries. So they're free. They're right over there. Help yourself. There are hot dogs over there, potato salad, coleslaw. Enjoy yourself. There's a bunch of beverages you can have here for nothing. Or you want to go to the bar and grab a beer. You want someone to bring you a beer, bring you a mixed cocktail. You want to sit down in a nice place with linens and china and eat a nice meal. They have that on these islands as well. You can charge all that if you want to pay extra for some of these services. Other services, no charge. It's included in your cruise. Spend as much or as little as you want on the island all day long. Anytime you want, just go back to the ship. Just walk back on to your cruise ship whenever you've had enough. And don't worry about it. Downtown Nassau, not so simple. Not so simple in downtown Nassau or in Freeport or in Progreso in Mexico or Puerto Vallarta. Not that simple. You can't just go on shore and charge stuff to your ship. You can't do that. In Puerto Vallarta, you get off the ship and you got to walk through that rickety old port that they've had there for I don't know how many decades. Yeah, they got armed soldiers there to protect you, which I find a bit disconcerting. I don't kind of relish the fact that there's guys with machine guns protecting me. I don't kind of want to go to a port like that. But nonetheless, I've been to Puerto Vallarta a number of times. I've walked across the street at Puerto Vallarta after walking all the way around, all the way down this sidewalk, which is what, 1.5 feet off the street, and then 3 lanes going this way, 3 lanes of the traffic going that way, and the smell and the noise and the mayhem. But walking all the way down to get to the street light to then walk across the street to either go to the shopping mall or into the big old Walmart, and walking the gauntlet of beggars and hard-done buyers and people who are down on their luck and hoping for a handout, trying to sell you something. It ain't fun, folks. It just isn't fun. I've done it 3 times. I've been to Puerto Vallarta 3 times. Unless you're on a tour, a specific tour where you better have security. What are you thinking? For Jennifer and I, you know what it was? 2 hours off the ship. That's all it was. A couple hours. We just got off. We walked across the street. There's a Starbucks in the shopping mall. We got a coffee. And they had the free Wi-Fi, which didn't work too well. and we were checking our emails, and then we schlepped our way back to the ship, and that was the end of that. That was Puerto Vallarta for us, and the rest of the time, I was in my steam bath, I was in the jacuzzi, I was on the ceramic lounger getting a nap, and I was enjoying myself immensely because I was being spoiled rotten by the cruise staff on that cruise ship. That cruise staff on port days, oh, are they all over you? Is there anything you need, Mr. Farmer? Is there anything you'd like to have? Because there's, 1,000 passengers left out of 3,000. But I will tell you, there's 1,000 passengers left out of 3,000. A third of the ship didn't leave. They aren't going anywhere. Others are only off for a short period of time like me, and then they're right back on that ship. And this is the problem that Puerto Vallarta is having, Nassau is having, Progreso is having, and other locations in the Caribbean in particular are having, because they're competing with the amenities on board the ship, and then they're competing, of course, against the private islands. If I know I'm on a 7-day cruise and I've got 4 stops or 3 stops, and 1 or 2 of those 2 or 3 or 4 stops are private resort islands, I know I'm getting off the ship tomorrow over in Labadee. I'm getting off the ship over here at Princess Key, or I'm getting off the ship with the Disney line, Castaway Key, or the second island they're building. Maybe I'm with MSC and I'm getting off on their reserve island. I know I'm getting off then. What do I need to get off this small little island for, and maybe be hassled or be pestered by beggars, or people trying to sell me a necklace I don't want, or children begging me for money? You think I want to do that? That's what I'm here for. I'm not here for that. I'm here to relax. I'm here to get away. I'm here to just enjoy my trip. So I'm going to save it till tomorrow, until the private island. I'll take my day off there. Thank you very much. I'll walk around that island or hang out on the beach and just lay down on a lounger. Or if it's a special occasion and I'm with a family and there's 8 or 10 or 12 of us, we'll rent a cabana, private cabana with service. And yeah, we'll pay $800 for that, for the whole day for 10 people. Yeah, we'll pay it, because we're going to be spoiled rotten by that cruise ship staff. We're going to be ordering food and drinks prepared by the staff from the cruise line. We have no problems. There's a bathroom just over here, by the way, on the beach, just over there. World class. It's a first world bathroom, cleaned. It's impeccable. There will be no critters crawling around in the bathroom, that type of thing. So yeah, I'll pay for that. You darn right I'll pay for that, because think about it. If there's 10 of you going on an excursion on a Caribbean island, and you're in a rickety old bus, and they're going to stop you off at a so-called coffee plantation, and you end up going to a flea market, and you have to spend 2 hours there and buy stuff from the sellers who are paying a commission to the tour group to bring you there, and then you go to see the coffee plantation, and it's just a farm, and then you get back to the ship, and it's been 7 hours, you're exhausted, no air conditioning, you're just, you're bagged, and you paid $80 a piece. There's 10 of you, paid $800. What would you rather pay $800 for? Would you rather pay $800 for that, or would you rather pay $800 with full service from a butler from the cruise line, and everything is looked after you? You're just being pampered to death in perfect conditions. It's working. Maybe not for you. Maybe it doesn't work for you out there, folks. Maybe it doesn't work for me. I don't know. I'm not going to pay $800 for a cabana. I can't imagine that, but I sure get it. I sure can understand how I would get off a cruise ship, walk down the pier on the dock there, walk into that resort, and be completely comfortable with everything around me and not have to worry about any security issues. This is great. I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what it's going to be like, and I'm going to like it. Fantastic. My wife is going to love it. She's going to have her beer, and she's going to have the shade overhead. She's going to have a book or her little her iPad with her reader on it, and she's just going to be loving it to death. Absolutely. If, of course, one of the two of us are bored, hey, it's no big problem. No hard feelings. My wife wants to stay on the island and read her book on the lounger by the pool or on the beach on the private island, but I don't want to be on the island anymore. I can walk back to the ship and to our room. I can hang out on our balcony, or I can go into the spa area and enjoy that. Or I'm kind of hungry. I think I'll go to the buffet. I can do whatever the heck I want. My wife won't be mad at me. I'm not mad at her. We're both happy getting what we want because we know what we're getting, and we know we're secure, we're safe, and she won't miss the ship. There's no way she's going to miss the ship. She's on a private island that the ship is operating. they'll come and get her. They'll make sure that she's on the ship, of course. So there you go. There's another reason why cruise ports in the Caribbean and elsewhere are beginning to have a tough time attracting passengers. The other one was been there, done that. That's the other excuse. You've done cruises before, some of you folks. Some of you folks have done 5, 10 cruises in the last 10 years, maybe more. How many of you been to the same port more than once, twice, 3 times, 4 times? How much more is there to see for you in certain ports of call? Yeah, I can understand that Saint Martin, there's a number of things you can do in Saint Martin. You can go 3 or 4 times to Saint Martin, do something different every time. Now, depending on your budget, you can do a lot of different things at different venues. I get that too. But those of you who are budget savvy, money savvy, looking for value for your vacation, and those of you who are on a 4-day, quick holiday, you just want to unwind for 4 days, you're not going to go out, doing wild, crazy stuff for the days. You're going to be more tired when you get off the ship than when you get on the ship. Probably not the point of the vacation in the first place. But after the 3rd or 4th time, or you look at the shore excursion menu prices on board the ship, or before you even get on the ship, you look at those excursion prices, you're going, oh my gosh, I can't find anything under 40, 50, 60 bucks a person for a 3, 4, 5 hour deal. It could be as much as 150 bucks each to do certain outings. This is insane. I don't have that kind of money. I bought this cruise because it was such a value. And now that if I do all these other things, it's not a value anymore. Now I'm paying way more money than I would on anything else. People are going to say, you know what, I'm just going to stay on the ship. Or others are saying, I was here last year, and I was here the year before that, and I was here 3 years before that. And I've already done the cable car in St. Thomas, and I've already been to downtown in St. Thomas. I'm just going to stay on the ship this time. I don't need to go to the duty-free store in that shopping mall over there. For what? What am I going to buy a bottle of rum and then give it to the porter and I don't see it till I get back home? What am I going to do that for? I'm just going to stay on the ship and enjoy the amenities that I've already paid for. Thank you very much. I don't need to double pay for these amenities. That is where the been there, done that factor is beginning to have an effect. And I think over the next 5 years, a whole bunch of cruise lines, the Carnivals of the world, the Princesses of the world, the Holland Americas, the Royal Caribbeans, the celebrities, the Norwegians, they're all going to figure out, you know what? We got 4,200 people on board this ship. 3,000 have cruised before. Of the 3,000 that are here, we know exactly of those 3,000 who has been to this port before and how many times. It's all in our computer system. What do you think those numbers are for? The latitude numbers, all those points that you're getting, they know everything about you. And they're going to figure out, oh man, Thomas Henry has been to this port 6 times in the last 7 years. What is Thomas Henry going to do this time? The odds are that eventually someone like Bruce or Thomas or others are going to not get off the ship anymore, because what's the point of getting off the ship if you've already done everything? Or it's a little windy today, or it's a bit breezy today, or a little showery today. The first time you're at a new port of call and it's showery or breezy, you don't care. You go. But the 4th time, you kind of go, and you kind of think, maybe I'll just stay on the ship. And the cruise line has to be able to accommodate you. But the folks on land, those folks on shore, they're dying. They're dying because they're seeing a ship with 4,500 passengers and only 1,500 are getting off. What is the matter with our country, with our port of call? What's our issue here? Well, I'll tell you what the issue is. Part of it is been there, done that. And oh, by the way, yesterday we were on a private island, and oh, tomorrow we're going to be on another private island. We don't need to get offshore here. And all of a sudden, ports of call are going to scramble and going, what are we going to do? We're going to have to offer something to get people to get off these ships, because the same old doesn't work anymore. We can't just, we just can't have a bunch of cabs down here with a couple of bus drivers, drive them around the island and take them to a hill and let them take a few photos and bring them back. That's not going to cut it. Not for $100 a passenger anymore. This is not going to work. We got to come up with something else. And so that's what's going on port. Stuff like zip lines are being built at ports of call. Water parks are being built in various ports of call. Shopping malls are being built. They're trying to get anything to get you to come on shore, anything they can figure to get you to come on shore. They have got to get creative. Now, of course, our friends in Nassau. I hate to pick on Nassau. I don't hate Nassau. I've been to Nassau a number of times. I've enjoyed Nassau. I give kudos to Nassau, because what is Nassau doing about it? Well, they are building a $250 million brand new port for these cruise ships coming in, so that the passengers have a unique place to hang out in right beside their cruise ships, right downtown Nassau. They don't necessarily have to go into the heart of downtown Nassau and fight the traffic and fight the crowds and fight all the hucksters trying to sell them something. These folks are going to be able to enjoy a bunch of amenities right off the cruise ship, designed specifically for them under full security. That's what Nassau is doing. But the $250 million is what has to be invested to make that happen, like Royal Caribbean did with Coco Key, Perfect Day Coco Key. Freeport, there's lots of work being done in Freeport, Bahamas. Carnival is going to build its own port facility, and Royal Caribbean just bought one of the huge resorts that was damaged by a hurricane. They're going to build a dock facility for their very own, and they're taking that resort and turning it into a massive Coco Key water park. That'll be a $200 to $300 million investment just on Royal Caribbean's part. That's what cruise lines are prepared to put down on the counter to keep you happy and keep you engaged and keep you coming back, because they know 30 million passengers this year, 33 million next year, 36 million a year after that, and a bunch of them will be repeat customers, and they've been to Bahamas 5 times. They've been to St. Thomas. They've been to San Juan, Puerto Rico. How many times can you go? How many more times are you going to go? You started cruising when you're 40. Now you're into your 50s and 60s and 70s. Eventually you're going to say, I'm bored. I don't want to do the same cruise anymore. You got to give them something they want. And so there you go. There's a bit of a mishmash of thoughts, ideas, opinions, and everything else. I'd love to get your take on it. The comments have been coming in, so I've been yapping. So let's find out who's here, who's saying what. Say hi to me, folks. Tell me, where are you watching me from? Tell me what your temperature is today here in Creston. Gorgeous sunny day. We're into the 80s again. We're going to be about 84 today. Love it. I got a fan running over here. Keep cool. That's the problem I'm having. I gotta love that. 71 of you are here. 33 thumbs ups. Thank you for joining me. And thank you all of you out there who are supporting this channel in every way you are. I appreciate it so much. A bunch of you are sharing my videos on Facebook and other social media outlets. Thank you for that. Some of you are sharing my videos on Twitter. Thank you for that. Thank you for acquiring TWB merchandise. Thank you for my Amazon affiliate link, for using that. Thank you for donations to this channel. Thank you for super chats. Thank you for your kind words. Thumbs up. I love you all for everything. You know it. If you're a regular, you know it. Thank you very much. If you're new, say hi to me. Tell me you're new, and tell me if you're a new subscriber. I'd love to welcome you to the TWB family. Linda Lou is here. MGM Traveling is here. Vivian is here. Tracy Dunlap saying, hello, Bruce, and all, back from a cruise last Sunday. Finally, a chance to make a TWB live show. 92 and humid in Naples today. Welcome, Tracy, to the show. By the way, tomorrow, I just remembered, big day tomorrow. Big day. I'm on at a special time, 2:45 Eastern tomorrow, not 5 o'clock, 2:45 Eastern. And why would I do that? Because Sherry from Cruise Tips TV is my special guest tomorrow on this show, and I'm really looking forward to it. I think we're gonna have some fun here. I welcome all of you to join us tomorrow. If you have any questions for Sherry, get them ready and type them on in there tomorrow during the show. It's already been posted. The show will be up at 2:45 tomorrow. There will not be a 5 o'clock show tomorrow night, but there will be an 8 o'clock trivia show tomorrow evening. All right, so join Sherry from Cruise Tips TV and me tomorrow live at 2:45 Eastern on this channel here on YouTube. Looking forward to that very much. All right, let me continue on. Cruise with Us is here. Linda Lou, Vivian, who else? Looking at the names. Paul Woolgas is here. Welcome, Paul. Scott Weber is here. 68 in Palos Verdes, he says. Paul Wilgus, Rob Souter. Hello, everybody. On the road. I'll be listening. Right on, Rob. Welcome, buddy. Nurse Nancy. Hi there, Paul. Linda Lou. Everybody. Hi, Nurse Nancy. Tracy Dunlop is saying, we don't cruise during hurricane season. Cruised February, March, and May already this year. Next cruise, November this year, and January and February 2020 so far. Way to go, Tracy. Keep her going. Tom Henry. Hi, everybody. 96 in Richmond, Virginia. That big-ass shovel of yours is buried in the garage, isn't it? Welcome, my friend. I'm glad you're back. Who else is here? Rob Slevin. Hi, Bruce, and the TWB crew. It's 71 degrees. We have $2.79 a gallon for gas here in Lexington, Kentucky. What's the price of gas in your neighborhood, folks? By the way, name rhymes with 11. Rob Slevin. That's what it would be then. Welcome, Rob. I'm glad you're here today. Jeremy G. Hi, Nurse Nancy. Who else have I got here? I'm looking for new names. Kelly Haston, 90 degrees in Pensacola, Florida. Hello, TWB. Hi, Kelly Haston. Welcome back to the show. Great news, says Tom Henry. I took my laptop apart again today, 4th try and 2nd display with new display cable, and it's working. Way to go, Tom. Way to go. Probably saved $200. Way to go, buddy. Hope it keeps going for you. Linda Lou, in Panama City, we didn't get off, but it was pouring. Jamaica was terrible. Just nothing but con artists. Never want to go back there. Comments are starting to come in from that question of mine, which is, what ports of call did you not get off of the last time you took a cruise or other times? What ports of call did you get off of and regretted doing it? Shouldn't have done it. You knew it, or you didn't realize it, and you're sorry you did. Love to hear these comments. All right, let's see. Jeremy G, been there, done that. Good point. Vivian, hi there. Paul Wilson, Tom Henry, Cindy likes staying on the ship. I go out and collect the NCL port perk, $50 port perk. Right on, buddy. And if it works, it works. Scott Weber, I always get off just to walk around a little bit. If I go back to Ensenada, we'll most likely not get off in Ensenada. Linda Lou, in Panama City, we didn't get off because it was pouring. Jamaica was terrible, just nothing but the con artists. Never want to go back there. Sherry Awesome. Hello, Bruce. Hello, Sherry Awesome. Kelly Haston, wish I never got off the ship at Dominican Republic in La Romana. Vivian, hi there, John. Paul Lucas, I always get off the ship. If I don't like what I see, I can always get back on the ship. Sherry, hello, everybody. Vivian, hey, Sherry. Nurse Nancy, hello, Sherry. Everyone's saying hi to Sherry. Who else we got here? Linda Lou, Kelly Haston, Paul Lucas, Linda Moore. Disaster on our first Carnival cruise to Jamaica. Was not prepared for the onslaught of people waiting to sell us stuff. Take us on a tour, see the island on their bus, etc. Yes, the onslaught of desperados. And oh my, you want to avoid those at all costs. No question, Linda, it is scary stuff. Nancy, I'm staying strictly at the port and ship when we are there this October, Kelly. Tracy Dunlop, I don't always get off on private islands. We live 5 minutes from the beach. So like the empty ship, well, everyone else gets up. I wish I didn't get off in the Honduras, though. I wish I didn't get off in Honduras. Interesting. Donnell, hi, Bruce, and everybody. Happy to be here for another great show. Donnell, welcome from Cork, Ireland, my friend. Good to see you. Sherry, awesome. More storms coming tonight here in the St. Louis area. Hang in there, Sherry. Hang in there. John B, we get off, but a lot of places, we just check out the shops by the port. And that's a safe place to do it, kind of, especially if it's inside a gated area, then you're really safe. You're okay. But once you go outside those gates, ooh, it can get dicey, depending on where you are. Depending on where you are. Okay. Let's see here. Sylvan, hi, Bruce and all. 89 Fahrenheit. Sunny, very nice. I got a cigar and a rum and coke going right now. He's saying hit the thumbs ups for Bruce. Subscribe and notifications as well. Grilled chicken kebabs with pilaf rice and glazed carrots for dinner. Dessert, leftover cheesecake. Nothing wrong with leftover cheesecake. You gotta love that. So a nice sounding dinner. Linda Lou saying hi there. Donnell. Cat Rose is here. Hello, Cat Rose. Let's see here. Who else have I got here? Looking through the names. Everyone's saying hi to everybody else here. What other comments? Shawana's Creative Circle saying hello to everybody. Carl Peterson, to TWB Family. Thumbs up, Bruce. The Newer Family, hello. 48, rainy. Thunderstorming in Dallas. 48 in Dallas. What is wrong with the weather system? I'm in the mid-80s, and it's 48 down south. 1,200 miles south of me, it's 48 degrees. Unbelievable weather we are having. Cool Jazz. Hello, Donnell. Welcome, Cool Jazz from New York. 35 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody, for the support today. Really appreciate you. Nurse Nancy, good to see you, Tom. Great work with that laptop. Donnell, hey, to you, Vivian. You too, Paul, and Nurse Nancy. Tom as well. Linda Lou, I like to see the ports, but I also love the ship. Donnell, hello, Cool Jazz. Shawana, hi, Nurse Nancy. Continuing on. Megan Frost, hi, everybody. Hi, Megan. Welcome to the show. Peter Heckema, hi, Bruce and all. 93 in Tarpon Springs, Florida today. Gas is down to $2.37. Unbelievable. You got your gas prices are plummeting. This is fantastic. 6 cents overnight. It dropped another 6 cents a gallon down in near Tampa. Do you have any news on your upcoming cruise? Are you looking at this fall or in the new year? I'm looking at November, December. We're looking at November, December timing, somewhere in there. We're thinking back-to-back out of Florida. We are thinking the first cruise might be, we would get down there a couple days for the first cruise, do some meet and greet activity, then do our cruise, and then have a couple of days in between the next one with a couple of days for meet and greet again. than the second cruise. We don't know if both would be out of the same port or whether they would be off of different ports. Haven't decided yet, haven't figured it out. Still looking, still trying to scheme it. We'll let you know. But that's what we're thinking about at this point. Sylvia, hi Bruce and all. 93 feels like 95 in Greensboro. We'll say other hellos when I get to job number 2. Duncan, hello, TWB family. 104 in Naples. Welcome, Duncan, in. Linda Lou, hi there. Cool Jess. Sherry, hello. Sylvia. Who else? Tom Henry. I just watched the Love Boat last weekend. Had a rare start, and it had a rare start in St. Thomas. Cool to see the port in 1980. Yes, a little different than now, I'm sure. Sylvan, mostly I'm not going ashore. I'm not really worried about my safety, but it's a BTDT. Been there, done that thing. Get off the ship, you tourists, and I will have the ship almost to myself. I like that. Sylvan, I like your strategy, but I think as the years go by now, that won't be the case. I have a feeling more and more passengers will stay on shore, on ship. I mean, they'll stay on ship, won't go on shore. Because the amenities on the ship are now becoming so interesting, so varied, that fewer passengers will actually get off. It all depends, though, I think, on the length of the cruise. If the cruise is 7 days or longer, higher odds that passengers will get off the ship for some land time. But if it's a 3-4 day quickie, it might be a private island or two, and that's it. There might not even be regular ports of call anymore, and we'll have to see. What else? Who else is here? Let me look at all the names coming through here. I'm just whipping through all the comments where people are saying hi to each other. Jeremy G, I love watching the Love Boat. Right on, Jeremy. Linda Elkin, hi, Bruce. Great show. Thank you, Linda. Welcome to my channel today. Rob Slevin, family just booked a pre-Christmas cruise to the Caribbean on the Celebrity Edge. Was considering staying in the ship instead of getting off, but there are still islands I haven't seen yet. Right on. Jeremy G, me too, Linda Lou. Tom Henry, after driving North Philly to Temple University for 3 months for an adult, not much bothers me anymore. Right on, Tom. Jeremy G, trying to figure out where to cruise next year. Right on. Kirk Brunson. Kirk from New York City is in the house. Welcome, Kirk. Nice to have you here. Joseph Gregorovitz, I'm live. Welcome, Joseph. Welcome here. Tom Henry, that trip across 29th Street and Lehigh Avenue was interesting. Lehigh Avenue, is that where it was? Rob Souter, going on Disney Cruise in October, West Coast to Mexico, and have no intention of leaving the ship. One place, the same as the next, and you don't get attacked by the locals. There you go. Sylvan, after 39 cruises, I have seen most of the Caribbean. Those few islands I've not seen don't accommodate cruise ships. Interesting. Cat Rose, if I go to a country, I want to see it. Right on, Cat. Linda Lou, I've always wanted to go on a cruise for New Year's Eve, she says. Megan, only people that I have begging to me is the cats that want more food. The only people begging to me. Donnell, that's a tough one, Bruce. Why only get off a ship to a private island? It's a mystery to me. Laugh out loud. Rob, I agree with you, says Jeremy G. Let's see here. Cat Rose, which is why more likely to do Alaska, New England, Canada, and Europe. There you go. Let's see here. Nurse Nancy, time to walk around the lake with my sweetie. See y'all later. Thank you, Nurse Nancy. You have a great one. Take care. Thanks for joining us today. What else? Comments? Other comments from other people. Tracy Dunlop, Duncan, and are you talking heat index? Where are you in Naples? It's only 92 near the airport, but with humidity, feels much hotter. Tom Henry, 2021 cruise will stop at the Canary Islands and Funchal. Let's see here. Scott Weber, I've done that walk in Puerto Vallarta to the Walmart in Puerto Vallarta. Yeah, you know that walk. It's hot. Depending on the time of year, it really is hot. You're happy to get back on the ship when you're done. I don't even take a cab. I just do the walking. But yeah, I don't know if I'd want to do that anymore. I really, really don't care for it. I love leaving the port on the ship in the evening, like when the sun is set and you leave at night. It's beautiful. Puerto Vallarta in the evening is a gorgeous view. But during the daytime, unless you have a specific tour, not much around the port to entertain you. I'll tell you that. Little sketchy, I'm going to say. A little sketchy. All right. Kirk Brunson, my doctor loves Puerto Vallarta. He told me he stays at a resort. And I can see that working for people. Tom Henry, Cindy wants to do a tattoo, but they're more. Is that right, Tom? She wants to do a tattoo. They're more expensive. Jeremy G, that's the best time to enjoy the cruise when you're at port. Linda Lou, that sounds great to me. Bruce, I meant ship amenities, says Jeremy G. Scott Weber, Puerto Vallarta, I would take the excursion to the tequila distilleries. I paid to be on the ship, says Linda Lou. Tracy, Tom Henry, we did what is this? We did what you do on the ship. We did an art auction. Got a few great things, pretty good prices. that I negotiated, laughing out loud. Way to go, Tracy. Cat Rose, I will take a picture of my dad with me because he never got there. Megan, Disney is building a new island. Yes, second one, a second private getaway in the Bahamas. Island something being built. $400 million. They just secured the deal about 2-3 months ago with the Bahamian government. Big project. And it's going to be a couple of years and it'll be up and running just in time for the new ships that Disney's bringing on board. Amazing. Let's see here. Sylvan, I almost walked out of the cruise terminal in Colombia until I saw a truck carrying 24 soldiers carrying rifles taller than they were go by on the main street. I said, nay. So maybe it's time to turn around and get back on the ship. Yeah, maybe it's time. Paul Lucas, seeing your post on Facebook, I thought of Tom. Linda Lou, I like being spoiled, rotten, laughing out loud. Tom, I have a huge hanging project ahead of me. Yeah, a lot of photos have to be, a lot of artwork has to be hung in the walls, Tom. Donnell, good decision, Sylvain. Get back to that ship. John LeBeau, afternoon to everybody at the TWB family. Welcome, John LeBeau. We have 59 watching, 35 thumbs ups. Thank you, everybody. Glad you're all here with us today. Scott Weber, now, Bruce, on an Alaskan cruise, I noticed everyone gets off at all the ports, and that's okay because there's lots to do in Alaska. Plus, you're not going to be panhandled to death in Alaska. There might be some petty street crime, maybe, but really, Ketchikan, Skagway, Juneau, Anchorage, I think you're going to be all right. And Seward, I think Alaska is okay, but certain ports of call, you don't dare want to get off the cruise ship. You really don't, unless you're with an organized, secured group. I wouldn't do it. But Alaska, yeah, it's okay. Alaska's just fine. Vancouver, Victoria, go for it. Go to Vancouver, get off the ship, and head to the Granville Market. Every day it's a farmer's market. It's huge. It's unbelievable. It's quirky. It's cool. The water taxis are fun. Yeah, Vancouver, Victoria, absolutely. Downtown Seattle, knock yourself out. You got to love it. San Francisco, go nuts in San Francisco, obviously. But certain ports of call, you got to be careful. But not necessarily. You don't have to worry about Alaska. Gosh, no. Gosh, no. All righty. Shiwana understands I'm going on Carnival Liberty in August. Sherry Awesome Sunset says, I would love the private islands. I hear you. I don't think I'd mind them either. Can't wait to go to Alaska, says Kelly. How is Raleigh today, John? Linda wants to know. Tom Henry, June 13th. We have a VIP land event for Park West right here in Richmond. Hope they don't expect any big repeat purchases this time. We just want to look. Megan, I should make dinner. Jeremy G, it's beautiful, Kelly. Linda Lou, I like the private island. I feel safe there. Paul Lucas, yeah, right, Tom. Just look. Yeah, right. Okay. Can you really be a looker, Tom? Really? Can you? Can you control yourself? All his friends are riding on him. Susan R. Hi, everybody. Hi, Susan R. Very warm today. It's John LeBeau saying 90 degrees. We are mulching flower beds. It's wonderful. Kelly Hassan looks that way. Jeremy Donnell reminds me of a bus tour of Singapore my mom and I took in 2005. We were dropped off at a big jewelry shop where there was a hard-selling staff member for every person on the bus. What an ordeal. That would not be fun. I would not be enjoying that one bit. Linda Lou, 4 times to St. Thomas. She says, Tom Henry, Paul, do you have any empty walls? I might need to visit and hang some pics. Paul Lucas, he's laughing away. Linda Lou, and I have seen different things every time, she said. Rob Slevin, I just started cruising, but I can see in the future that the ship might become the destination rather than the ports where I can start recognizing each of the locals. Exactly. This is what I'm thinking of as we go forward here. You know, when there were only 6-8 million a year cruising worldwide, people were going on a cruise every 5 years. Now people are going on a cruise every year, twice a year. Some are going on a cruise every year to Caribbean for sure. They've done the Eastern Caribbean. They've done the Western Caribbean. Now they're doing the Eastern Caribbean again. Eventually they start doubling up, tripling up on their ports of call. With 30 million expected this year, 30 million cruisers, 13 million probably will do the Bahamas. Yeah, there's repeat business going on here, and that's what I'm talking about. I can see that too. Tracy, Sherry, awesome. If we didn't live so close to the beach, I'd like the private islands too. It's just so nice to have a quiet cruise ship when most get on, especially with the kids. Cool Jazz, Tom Henry, I'm telling you from now, I'm only going to Park West with you for free drinks. Paul Williams, Linda, I love St. Thomas. I could go back there several times and still have fun. Brittany, Bruce, some people may do something you never heard of. doing on a private island, and that's stay on the ship. There are some benefits to that: food, no wait, open pool, deck amongst others. You're right, Brittany. No question about it. I mean, private islands are what they are. They're a private island. They're a little beach getaway. Nothing wrong with staying on the ship if that's what you want to do. The beauty of course, is if you have a perfect day at Coco Key and you're bringing in a 6,000 passenger ship and 4,000 go onto the island and 2,000 don't, you know what? You got room galore. You're not going to feel packed anywhere. Even if you went on the island, you're not going to feel packed in because that island can handle probably 12,000 people easily. So, yeah, it'll be a good time. I think it's a win-win no matter what. Alan Arsenault, my wife and I did Disney World, 4 days, 4 different resorts. Right on. Nothing wrong with that either. John LeBeau, that happened to us in St. Martin. They dropped you off at a flea market expecting you to buy something. Exactly. I've heard of this, and I don't appreciate it. My daughter and I were on a cruise in the Mediterranean. We went to Naples. We had a 4-hour afternoon tour that was taking us to Herculaneum, the city that was buried by Mount Vesuvius, by the volcano, back in 76 AD, if I recall. And on the way there, we stopped at a glass-blowing jewelry place. And it was like a 40-minute stop. It was listed in the guide. They told us this wasn't like a surprise. But we walked around, and there were 40 of us, 50 of us off this bus. And you got the impression that they really hope you bought something. I did notice about 10 people pick up a few items. And I thought, okay, good. At least someone got some dough here somehow. But my daughter and I, we just looked at each other and went, we're not buying anything. Back on the bus we went, and then over to Herculaneum, had a wonderful tour. World Heritage Site, much more complete and much more together than Pompeii. Pompeii is just getting beat up by over-tourism over the last 50, 60, 100 years. Herculaneum was a really awesome tour. But this does happen where you get dropped off at some of these places. I don't appreciate the surprise drop-offs. I don't appreciate those at all. Not good. Linda Lou, okay, Paul, let's go. Duncan, and I don't even get off the ship at Key West or Nassau or anything in the Bahamas. Sometimes don't get off at Cozumel half the time. I can see why. I can absolutely understand why you wouldn't get off the ship. I totally get it. Paul Wiggis, cool jazz. I didn't even do that. Let's see. Sherry, that's how a lot of people feel, I think, Tracy. Tom Henry, lots to do at most ports. I will keep going back to try other excursions. Exactly, says Paul Wilgus. Susan R., I stay on the ship during repeat ports. Sherry, some will do that, I'm sure. Brittany, cruise with us. But TWB, I have to get my steps in for 10,000 steps a day. I need to get off. Hey, what can I say? Maybe hang out in the, just walk the dock, up and down the dock, get your 10,000 steps in. Tom Henry, I still need to get to St. John's, but we're not in port next cruise long enough. Just time for 2 parasail trips and maybe a trip up the Sky Ride. Paul Willis, parasailing was so much fun, Tom. I enjoyed that video you guys posted on the Traveling with Bruce group page. That was pretty cool. Sylvan, lots of things you can do on any given island, but the question remains, do you care to do them? Climb waterfalls, zip line, dune buggy rides, churches, the possibilities seem quickly. Susan R. St. John's Trunk Bay is amazing. Scott Weber, I think the cruise lines would love people staying aboard the ship. That means more money in their pockets. Think of how much you spend a day on the ship. Linda Lou, St. John has an amazing snorkeling trail labeled with info, Tom. Sherry, awesome. The ships are so nice. Some will just stay on to enjoy the ship only. Tom Henry, I'm thinking of hiking to a mountain in St. Kitts this fall. Tracy, right, Tom Henry, eventually you start running out of walls. We're almost to that point, except if I ever get a deal on the Peter Max. Russell Sparks, Nassau duty-free is a scam. You have to buy a certain dollar amount not to pay taxes. Very interesting. Tom Henry, we have 4 Peter Max now. Tom Henry, Tracy, do you have any in the bathrooms? We need that space too. Susan R., we had a mini hurricane and drenching downpour on a Royal Caribbean private island once, trapped under dining tents, water running in torrents on the ground. Glad the family wasn't up parasailing, I guess. Linda Lou, we love you too, Bruce. Thank you, Linda Lou. Scott Weber, I will tell you on my upcoming Northern Europe cruise, I plan on getting off at every port. Just wish excursions weren't so expensive. I just wish they weren't so expensive, especially in Norway. Yes, Scott Weber, Europe, get off at every port. Absolutely. whether you're just walking around or doing an excursion, absolutely do it. Cruise with us. Just got off of Hots, and our first port was Coco Cay. We were so excited. Coco Cay. We bought the water passes for our 3 teenage boys. We were one of the first passengers off the ship. We bought the key. Right on, right on. Tom Henry, Scott, same problem with our South America cruise next February. One tour, $1,200. Sherry, awesome. Oh my. Susan R. Linda Lou. Oh my God, Tom. Cat Rose, my problem is my back. It's just going to get worse. Tom Henry, granted, it is 11 hours with bus and planes involved. Yeah, this isn't your little bus tour here. This is like a little walking tour of downtown something. This is a little more complicated than that. Way to go, Tom. That should be fun. Cruise with us. They have to wait over an hour for one slide. The next slide wait was over 2 hours. They left the water park, and we didn't blame them. 6,700 passengers on the HOTS, Harmony of the Seas. I finally figured out what HOT stands for. Harmony of the Seas. Very interesting that you had to wait so long to get a ride. That's too bad. You got to wonder if that's going to be improved or not. I don't know if it can be. Sherry, sounds nice. Cruise with us. Paul Wilgus, that sounds like fun, though, Tom. Ron Sebelius, hi, Bruce. Hey, Ron. Julie Carley, raining cats and dogs here in Ohio. Welcome, Julie. Sylvia, wow, you've all been typing a lot. Hello, Cool Jazz, and Sherry, and everybody. Sherry, feel better, Cat Rose. Sherry, did you see my text? Sylvia, okay, so when I go on an island, I get off the ship always. I got to see my people. Sherry, no, where did you spend it, Cool Jazz? Susan R., we were scheduled to parasail in an hour. We are scheduled to parasail in 1 hour. Right on, Susan R. Go get them. Saturday on Facebook Messenger, says Cool Jazz. Did not get off Miami, says Susan R. Linda Lou, parasail, it is so much fun, Susan R. You're going to love it. Tom Henry, yep, you will. Sherry, don't see anything, Cool Jazz. Paul Lucas, yes, it is Linda Lou, and the zip lining is also fun. Sherry, hey, Linda Lou, your temperature is always so cool, so I need to see where Reno was compared to Las Vegas. What a stretch. Here's so much about how hot Las Vegas in Reno must be near the mountains. Reno is higher up in elevation, definitely. Duncan, and yes, Tracy, yes, with heat index. Tom Henry, I just booked 2 rides in St. Thomas for November. Sylvia, Linda Lou, are you originally from Reno? Susan R. Linda Lou, I hope to one day. Paul Wilgus, Tom, are you doing the parasailing through the ship or private or what? Linda Lou, Sylvia, it's an 8-hour drive to Las Vegas. It's very different weather down there. Sherry, comment on my Biz Facebook page and let me know it's you, Cool Jazz. Awesome Sunsets World Trail. All right, Kelly Haston, Christmas Cruise. Tom Henry, yes, it was only $107 per ride plus $150 credit, and it's right at the port. Alan Carter, 14 days on the Bliss, got off 4 times, still did not see all of the ship. That's right. Not surprised, Alan, not surprised. You were on the ship for 14 days. You didn't see it all. You couldn't see it all. It's too big, and that's the beauty of these mega, massive ships. Cheers to everyone from Traveling with Bruce here in Creston, British Columbia. I hope you're having a good day. I hope you're enjoying the show. 41 thumbs up so far today. Thank you very much, everybody. Cheers. Caffeine-free Diet Coke. Good stuff. Linda Lou, I have lived in Reno since I was 5, but I was born in East Orange, New Jersey, Sylvia. Let's see here. Tom Henry, Alan, we were on 15 days, and I missed there are cabins on deck 8. Have no idea how to get to them. We're on deck 8 on the Encore for the TW Friends Cruise November 2020. I'm not on that cruise, but way to go. Sylvia, hey, Kat. Sherry, yeah, cool. Yes, type a message on my Facebook biz page. Okay, I will, says Cool Jazz. Sherry, thank you, Cool Jazz. Jeremy, Bruce, the group cruise you're planning, is it for next year? Jeremy G. I haven't got a group cruise planned yet. I haven't got one nailed down yet. I'm looking at doing a couple of cruises for Jennifer and I towards the end of this year. We're not sure if it's going to be a group cruise in a formal kind of way. The moment we know what our plans are, we'll share them with all of you. And any of you who want to join us, more than welcome to do so. But you might be booking it on your own through your own agency or what have you. But going forward, I am looking at the possibility of putting some kind of a group thing together, but it has to be just the right deal, the right circumstance. I've taken a look at doing a group cruise already through Norwegian and with vacations2go.com's assistance, but I was not able to put together a package that was satisfactory to me, that would be fair to you guys. And so a group cruise has not yet been put together by this channel, but I'm looking at it, I'm working on it, and I am scheming, and when I have something, you'll know. We'll kind of take it from there. Okay. Sherry, awesome sunsets. I like to get off the ship on still ground for a while. I like to stay on ground. Jeremy, Vancouver was nice. Stood there 3 days. Stood there 3 days after cruise. Lots of restaurants in Vancouver. Yes, Vivian, were you guys going on a TWB cruise? Where are you going on a TWB cruise? Vivian wants to know. Debbie, yay, Husqvarna commercial. Sorry, so late. Beautiful and sunny in the upper 80s in Northern California today. She's in Chico. Hello. I hope everyone is doing well today. Welcome, Debbie Emanuel, to the show. You made it. Paul Wilgus is welcoming you in here. Sherry, but staying on the ship sounds nice too, because I always have trouble getting a deck chair. Glenn Edinburgh from Brisbane, Australia. Hello, Bruce, and everyone at the TWB team. Thank you, Glenn, for joining me. Cat Rose, Key West, there are a few things to do. Tom Henry, Viv, the one I mentioned is November 2020. New York City to Miami with a partial Panama Canal cruise. In Southern Caribbean, Colombia, Costa Rica, Sylvia and Cool are joining Cindy and me. That is the Tom Henry cruise he's putting together, trying to make it a TWB get-together. I'm not on that cruise, but way to go, Tom. Paul Wilgus, I love Key West. Vivian, oh, nice, Tom, how lovely. Nancy Hinson, I get off the ship because I need my steps and always get my charms or freebies. So much fun. Cat Rose, want to see the kitties. Michael Cruise Lover, hi, everybody. Hi there, Michael. Paul Wilgus, laughing out loud, Cat, and the chickens. Cat Rose, oh, I want to see St. Kitts. I don't know where there were chickens, so I'd go see them too. Paul Wilgus, yay, Cat. Key West, besides the cats, have chickens running all over the place. Duncan, and when I was in Ocho Rios on a bus, then they stopped by a children's home looking for money and letting the kids beg. Didn't like that. Yeah, I can imagine. I would be upset at that too. Don't like being taken advantage of. Tom Henry, cats, lots of cats in San Juan too. Cat Rose, if I go to Puerto Rico, I want to see the radio telescope. Linda Lou, I want to go when Bruce does, says Linda Lou. Paul Wilgus, Cat, I really like Puerto Rico. I'd like to go back and see more of the outlying areas. Tom Henry, what Linda Lou, Cool, and I are not good enough for you? Laughing out loud. Paul Wilgus is laughing out loud. Linda Lou, hi, girlfriend Debbie. Tom Henry, yes. James Grandy, if you have 100 rooms booked, do you get a discount? Well, I'll let you know. Linda Lou, laughing out loud. Tom Henry, I still need to visit the rainforest in Puerto Rico. Alan Carter, Tom, take a left out of the brew house, forward deck 8146. Paul Wilgus, I would love to do that too, Tom. Love to see that rainforest. I've caught up with all you guys today. Not easy to do. More messages that keep coming in. Love it. Thank you for joining me and all these messages. Thank you for 43 thumbs ups today. Thank you, everybody, for that. I appreciate that very much. Today was Wednesday, the 29th of May, 2019. I want to thank you for joining me and participating in today's topic about staying on cruise ships at certain ports. If you get a chance, please check out the video I posted earlier today about that topic. It has had a pretty good start before I came on the air today. And let me know what you think. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up on it. I would very much appreciate that. The channel is running rather well right now because of that video, so I'm very pleased with how it's going. That video in an hour and a half has done 1,000 views already. So that is a hot video. So I'm very pleased about that. Thank you, everybody, those of you who have watched it. And we have 64 thumbs ups already on that video. Thank you for that. I very much appreciate it. Guys, I will be on tomorrow at 2:45. Special time, 2:45 Eastern time, 2¼ hours earlier than usual, because Sherry from Cruise Tips TV will be here as my guest tomorrow on tomorrow's show. Please join us. Pop by, say hi to her, tell her how much you love her. I know a bunch of you do. I have told her we talk about her channel a lot on this show, and she is just she's loving it. She's looking forward to being on here. I'm looking forward to having her. I think it'll be a lot of fun. So please, tomorrow, 2:45 in the afternoon for the 5 o'clock show. We'll be on 2¼ hours early. If you join me at 5 tomorrow, you'll have to watch it as a rerun. Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock Eastern, trivia is on. We're on tomorrow night, 8 o'clock as usual for trivia tomorrow night. And then Friday at 5 o'clock for the regular show, Saturday at 2. Thank you for all your support, your thumbs ups, your comments, kind words, criticisms, you name it. I appreciate it all. And thanks to those of you who join me on Traveling with Bruce on Facebook, Traveling with Bruce with 2 L's. Come on over there. Ask to join that page. Join that group. I'm the administrator. I'll let you in. Okay, guys, there it is. Any more comments? I'm just double checking here. Storms just went through. Paul Wilgus says it went from 83 degrees to 62 degrees. Yikes. That is unbelievable. 11 p.m. night. Everybody says Vivian. Have a good evening, Vivian. I'll be on earlier for you tomorrow. Have a great evening, everybody, says Sherry. Debbie Manuel, Sherry snuck into Sharon at Sea live show from the cruise ship last night. Fantastic. Linda Lou, bye, Paulie. Paul, bye, Linda Lou. Tom Henry, better set an alarm for tomorrow. Bye, everybody from Tom Henry. Thanks, guys. Stay safe. Stay warm, stay cool, stay healthy. Catch me tomorrow at 2:45 with Sherry from Cruise Tips TV. I'm really looking forward to that. In the meantime, thanks, everybody, for watching. Have a great one, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Bye for now.